Why? Why?
Today, in the first episode of Dutch Car Guys, we're going to do something different from what we planned to do.
Because today, Roger and me are not just gonna drive in a car together, we're going to drive with the owner. And the owner is quite an eccentric owner. And the car is quite an eccentric car.
Why? Because everybody gets a little bit of money, gets a Porsche. We don't know. And today we are gonna find out.
In this episode of the Dutch Car Guys.
My name is Vinny.
I'm Roger.
And this is a Porsche.
A 2006 Porsche 911 Carrera 997 convertible black edition. With a naturally aspirated 3.6 liter straight-six engine, 320 horsepower and Porsche's PDK gearbox, this car might surprise us today.
And this is the eccentric owner of the car, Mr. Bert Vrieling. And he's gonna take us for a drive in it today.
Eccentric.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we call
That's
you.
a compliment.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's a really good compliment for you, yeah.
Everybody in our hometown knows him.
At last I regard it as a compliment.
Yeah, man, it is.
Yeah.
So let's go for a drive then, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Nice, man. Well, I'm here in the car with Mr. Vrieling, and we're gonna take it for a drive.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you, we will.
Oh, that's steering, man.
Yeah. Direct.
So direct.
Direct steering, yeah. It's like a skelter, like a go-kart. Oh, we can only
Thank
go
you,
to
yeah.
the left.
I forgot you need to go left there.
Yes, me too. So, Bert,
Yeah.
what was your first car then?
A De Chevaux.
A De Chevaux.
Yeah.
2CV.
2CV.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And after
Like
that?
given to me by my mother because I was driving a motorcycle all through the winter. And every day I came home
Cold.
covered in mud because I cut off the mud guards from
Yeah.
the motorcycle. That's why she bought me the 2CV.
Oh, okay.
My father was a taxman, but he was also a motorcycle and car lover.
So you grew up with cars?
Yeah. When I was a kid, my parents had a motorcycle with a sidecar on it. And then there was a time that he had his first car. There was a Beetle. It wasn't really good. My father changed car just as often as I did.
Yeah, you changed a lot of cars?
Yeah. I did about every half a year.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
often.
yeah.
That's quite often. And now?
Daddy once a year. Now I've been driving Porsche for the last 10 years, but this is my fifth Porsche.
The fifth.
In 10 years, so I'm
Oh damn, that's a
still
lot.
doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
And after that?
After that, I always was interested in sports car. Then I had a Auto Bianchi Abarth convertible.
Well, that's special.
Yeah.
You don't hear a lot about those
No.
anymore. So.
No, it was like a 500cc two-cylinder. And then an original Abarth engine in it. Very fast little, mean little thing. So I blew up the motor. And then I had a 356 Porsche. The old one, the bathtub.
The beautiful one.
Yeah, it was red, bright red.
When they
But-
were affordable, right?
No, they were not really affordable, but they had the Volkswagen engine in it.
Oh, it was the
It wasn't-
four-cylinder.
It was a four-cylinder. It wasn't original. So that's why the guy knew my father where I wanted to buy it from, and
Okay.
he said, "I'm not going to sell it to you because it's a fake Porsche." But I wanted
It's just
it
a
anyway.
Volkswagen.
Yeah. There's a Volkswagen, a Beetle engine was in it.
So you had the Porsche, and
Yeah.
then because you know you've been friends.
Every half a year I had another one.
Another one, another
Yeah,
Porsche.
yeah.
So
I
Porsche-
also had Austin Haley, MGB.
All the little
had,
British sports cars.
Yeah. I had a Sunbeam Tiger with an 8-cylinder in it.
Love that.
Great car, a convertible.
Look at
sports
the
car.
little Lada.
Yeah.
Hey, die zie je niet veel. Lada Niva.
Yeah. It's a funny car.
Yeah.
Your tires, they're so wide.
Yeah.
I drove behind this car and it was
And
just
then you see the big
one,
tires.
It was just one massive tire.
Yeah. But that means that it sort of acts like a go-kart. It's very hard to get it out of a corner. If you do something wrong, you take a corner too fast, the computer breaks it. It can prevent you from oversteering or understeering.
But the car was from 2006, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty advanced for the time.
Yeah, but a lot of Porsches have these systems in it. You can also buy them without system. There's a lot of people that switch it off as well, and then they call it a widowmaker. Because, because
it just practically
there's nothing
kills
in the
you.
front, you know, it has no weight in the front.
So you had like almost all the British little sports cars out of that time.
Yeah, and they were always broke.
And they're always broken.
Yeah, broken. Oh, it broke down. But I love the British engines, especially the 6 and the 8 cylinders. It sounds so nice.
With some nice Webers on it or something. Yeah.
Triumph I had. I had a Herald too.
A Herald?
And convertible Herald. And I had a Spitfire.
That's one car I really like though, especially the styling.
Yeah. It's a nice car.
You had so many special cars because when I was young you had a Mercedes, the SC300 or something?
That was a 300 two-seater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coupe.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful one.
Pillarless coupe. The nice car, 1964.
Oh, the feel in this car, in that steering, it's so direct, it's so nice. You feel everything what's happening on the road.
Yeah.
I'm feathering the throttle every time, just feathering it, and it picks up beautiful.
Yeah, because if you really kick it...
Yeah, but it's naturally aspirated, so you have so much control over it.
That's what you read a lot about the Porsche, that it is a very easy car to drive.
Yeah.
On one hand, on the other hand, it's a
beast
race
as
car.
well,
It's
yeah.
a beast, yeah.
If you just give it a little bit, it just...
Yeah, then it already jumps forward,
It roars.
Yeah.
I'm just feathering it and
then the kickback.
The kick down from
the kick down pushes it really up.
And just the sound, that flat 6.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Nice engine, yeah.
It's amazing. There's no other brand that builds them, so it's special, you know?
I drove them quite a lot. I drove the Maserati, the Ferrari.
Yeah, you drove a lot of sports cars.
Yeah,
Eh?
lots of time I rented them in the United States.
Ah, okay.
And that's how I really got fond of Porsche, because Porsche...
You rented them a couple of times and you were like, okay.
Ferrari is so loud, you don't need a radio.
Yeah.
It's so loud inside. You know, a lot of these cars, only the Maserati is quite...
You like the Maserati,
but the Maserati is not really impressive.
I think it's like the Italian version of a Porsche, right? Because it's the gentleman's Ferrari, the cruiser.
It's not as impressive as a Porsche.
Because now it's so direct.
Yeah, and it has
the feeling in this.
It has no suspension.
Almost none.
Yeah.
It just glides over the road and you feel everything. And
yeah, but it's a little bumpy.
you know, my dad's Citroen, the C5, it just glides because it's a flying carpet. But this also, it glides.
This is quite bumpy.
But still, it's not bumpy in the sense of the uncomfortableness. It's the feel.
You can take a speed bump with 60, 70 kilometers an hour. And another car jumps in the air.
Yeah, and this one just...
Pop, pop. No. Come on, kick it.
Oh, it wants to be kicked.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, now I know what you said before when we were talking before the recording, that the car just feels when you want to drive fast, it says, okay, now we're driving fast.
Yeah. The computer reacts to it.
It's a really nice gearbox. Usually I hate automatic gearboxes.
Yeah, this is a PDK. It's a Porsche double clutch, Doppelkopplung.
You don't feel
it. Switches very fast.
Yeah.
It's like a race car. But you can also do it by hand on these knobs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Push it. It'll switch back.
Oh,
see?
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's lovely.
It's a race car.
That's lovely.
Yeah. You can manually go back if you want to. was automatic.
Oh, that Tiptronic is great.
Yeah,
And then it just goes to the fire. Or
yeah.
yeah.
You can see where it is.
Yeah.
See?
What a beast. And then you go into the corner over here and it just grips,
Yeah, you don't feel it from the
You
corner.
don't feel anything.
It can go really fast in the corner.
Just grip everywhere, huh?
Yeah. Ja, dan begint.
What a rocket
Hij
ship.
begint.
And that's just the
Yeah,
beginning.
Let's say 4,000 or 5,000
RPM and then,
RPM, it really starts pushing.
and screaming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a race car,
But it also is a very friendly car.
it feels so smooth.
Yeah. The suspension is very hard, so it's very bumpy.
It's actually less bumpy than my car, you know?
Yeah, just don't brake for that. You'll notice. You don't notice. It'll go up, up. It takes it like
Oh, wow.
nothing.
You feel it correct.
Yeah.
Wow. Just feels so smooth. It feels like a special car.
Yeah.
It just really feels like
Yeah.
it when you drive it.
The first time I drove one, I had that experience too. I never was interested in Porsche because I think it's a little bit of a common sports
Yeah,
car.
I think it's
Yeah.
the most common sport
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
right?
And then I drove it and I thought, oh man, this is a nice car. That was an old one, the air cooled.
I can understand why
Yeah,
now.
the 946 was a nice car too. Metallic purple. Original color.
I think I've seen that one.
It could-
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna slow down a little bit and just give it a little bit of a pull.
Volvo can't keep up with it.
The Volvo diesel
Yeah.
from Vincent.
Still a fast car too.
Push it a little. And there wasn't even a quarter throttle and it just,
No.
it just flies away. Flies away.
If you push the pedal to the metal, you really got kicked in the seat.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's naturally aspirated. I really
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. You know,
yeah.
you did the sound and just hear it verbal and then wow. Hear it thunder down the road. And it's so comfortable when it's
Yeah.
when you're just cruising.
Yeah, it's a nice car.
It's amazing.
I'm hooked to it.
Yeah, I get why.
As long as I can drive, I want to keep it.
I get that. Freaking rocket ship. Feeling like Max Verstappen now.
Oh, I want to drive for the rest of my life on dikes in a Porsche now.
So go and get one.
It's quite an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
Kind of.
No, it's not really expensive because the cost of the car, keeping it and things like that is not very big.
Until you need to change that really big rear tires of yours.
Yeah, well, it
That's
has
gonna
a
be
lot
right.
to do with the style of driving. If you really a rough driver, you can lose those tires in a year.
Yeah, that's expensive.
You know, yeah, they're quite expensive, but not too bad.
Have you ever replaced the tires?
Yeah, I bought these wheels, the turbo wheels. They were very light. I could pick them up with one pinky.
Oh, wow.
Like that. They just don't weigh anything.
Is it titanium or something?
Yeah. All in all, the wheels were 2,500. The tires was 1,000, I guess. 4 tires.
Wow.
It wasn't too bad.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad.
Oh.
I was amazed about the price of the tire. If you're a car lover and you look for things and you'll find cheap parts and you'll find anything you need for less money. If you go to the dealer, you pay high price.
You avoid the dealer or do you go to the dealer yourself?
No, there's a guy they call the Porsche doctor. His name is Riemer Rispens. He's a wild Porsche lover.
He's a
He knows
wizard.
everything, you know, and he's really quick. But then again, MOT was 160 euros with him because he takes the time.
spaceship. I think it's over here, right? Old-timers.
Old-timer day. When?
We like that
Today?
as well. No, 16s.
The Porsche is bouncing left than my car on this road.
It's a great little church. There's a Triumph.
Yeah.
Dead end, isn't it?
Look at all the Triumphs.
Oh, this is the old-timer thing, I believe.
Bert and I were talking about his Triumph earlier, so.
You see that? Wow.
They're all around the church.
they're all
I'm looking at the car,
Spitfire.
so I need
Yeah.
to go back, I think.
What are we gonna do? Drive back?
Yeah. Pretty nice, all those Triumphs, though.
Yeah. Yeah, TR6s. I
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
TR6s,
TR8.
TR4. Those are nice.
Love those.
At least you drove the thing backwards now.
Covering all facets. It's the same, you were talking like it's a go-kart, but I drove the Mini of my sister.
Yeah.
And that has a more bouncy ride than this, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Much more bouncy.
Let's see where we gotta go. We gotta find a gas station.
Which seems quite common with this car.
Yeah, gas stations have to be near.
It's 1 in 4, you said earlier?
Yeah, 1 liter on 4 kilometers.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
Yeah. There's
There's a gas station, yeah. Kids filming us on the
Always,
side.
yeah. It's always kids that do that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, grown-ups don't do that because they don't want to look
Because they're
jealous.
Yeah, okay.
The kids always go, "Nice car, sir."
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. But it is a nice car. What a lovely machine this is. I never drove a Porsche before, but it just feels really natural.
Yeah, that's what I always write about it. That it's a nice car to drive, but it's also a monster.
It's the 2-door, so it's the rally version.
Oh, the Yaris over there. Yeah, that's the new version of my first car, actually.
Yeah. Every auto journalist is raving about him, so.
But you
The
have
silver
the black
one?
version. So,
This is a black edition.
yeah, great. Like all the.
Everything
You have
black.
like the black leather with the dark gray stitching in
Yeah.
it, and on the steering wheel as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's comfortable as well. It's low, but it's comfortable.
When you're driving slow, it's just so smooth.
Just like a car.
Yeah, like not a sports car.
That's
yeah.
a big difference between because I drove Ferrari, Maserati, Aston Martin. The big difference between Porsche and those cars is that Porsche is really handling very nice. A Ferrari is very hard to drive if you're not experienced.
Yeah, okay. It's not like this.
No.
I feel like this car is driving me.
Anybody can drive this car.
Yeah.
The only thing you always have, it steers really directly. The brakes are ceramic, you have to be careful with that. What happens is they don't fade. If you keep it on long, it's like going from a mountain.
Yeah.
It doesn't heat up and fade. So you don't lose braking power with the normal brakes you have.
Yeah, check. That's an expensive upgrade, ceramic brakes. But I think you never replaced them then.
I have this car for
The
6
discs.
years. I never had any repairs on the brakes. No brake
Wow.
pads either.
No pads either?
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
It just feels like it's not even a corner, just driving straight.
You don't feel corners.
No, corners don't exist anymore in this car.
No, it doesn't even push. You know, it just stays in the line in that track.
This one it felt.
Yeah.
The first speed bump you felt on this road.
Right, and then you never hear a rattle or anything.
But the engine runs super smooth.
Yeah.
Before we started recording, you showed us the engine,
Yeah.
you showed us the car, and
Super smooth, yeah. True.
even when
It only did 94,000 kilometers.
but when the car idles, my car makes more noise. I got
Yeah.
a 2-liter diesel.
The 6-cylinder Boxer seems to be a really smooth engine.
That feel in this car,
Yeah.
now I get why everybody who comes into a little bit of money wants a Porsche. Because it really is just such a nice driving
It's
car.
a nice driving car, but it's only,
And you have all your amenities.
and there's 2 little seats in the back, but only for children.
Small children though. And that's why they built the Panamera.
Yeah.
Wait a second, I'm going to land the drone next to you.
Come on, little drone. Come on.
So there we are, finally.
We both drove it. We both. I think at least I loved it.
I loved it too. Yeah, I really want a Porsche now.
We get why people who get into a little bit of money buy
Yeah.
this as their first super sport car.
The thing I said is I just wanted to keep driving on the Dutch dikes forever.
Because the feeling in the steering and in the chassis,
Unbelievable.
it's like nothing I ever drove. Like Bert was saying, it's like a go-kart, but I drove a couple of minis and then you get that go-kart feeling. It's like bouncy and
Yeah, but it's really
stiff.
straight.
And this is like, it is stiff, but in a more consistent way, and everything feels weighted, the steering, the gas, the response of the engine. The only thing that would make this car better is a manual, but still the PDK from Porsche, it's
think
an
this-
amazing gearbox.
I hate automatic gearboxes. I just hate them. I never drove an automatic car before that I liked.
Until you drove a Porsche.
Until I drove this one. Yeah.
And that's the thing, I think with a Porsche, you pay a premium, but you get a premium. Everything is thought through, been tested, feels great, maybe a bit tactile, a bit German. You know, like the Italians, they know how to make a car feel. But this,
You're connected to the road, but you're kind of disconnected from the road, but it's like a perfect balance.
yeah, everything is thought through. How you hold the steering, the dials in front of you, how you sit in the car. It's just great.
And the suspension is stiff, but it's not when I'm driving here on a gravel road or...
I drove this and then I drove your car, the Volvo, with the R-Design suspension. And that was bumpier than this, but this feels more planted.
This is more tight to the road.
Yeah, you just feel everything and you just feel like, oh yeah, the corner is coming up. I can do that with like 160 kilometers instead of 60.
And even speed bumps.
Yeah,
It likes speed bumps.
I don't think it likes it, but it takes that well. I don't know.
I can get into that.
But in conclusion, if we get a lot of money, are we gonna buy a Porsche?
Would we buy a Porsche? I think so.
I would consider it, at least.
Yeah.
And I think it should be high up your wish list if you ever come across a little bit of money and want to buy a nice car with it. Because what we said, the engineering, this
So
car,
well balanced.
This car is 17 years old and it feels like it came out of the factory yesterday. Maybe you see some little things here and there, like on the touch
Yeah,
surfaces.
there are things that look a little older. Like
Yeah, like-
there's a phone in the car. Who has a phone in the car these days? But like a wired phone in the car.
Yep.
Porsche branded phone, but
It even has a DVD changer in the front
yeah.
for the navigation system. And the CD changer, I
But
mean,
that are the only things
that dated.
that
In
are
my
dated in
opinion.
this car. Yeah.
Because the styling is timeless. Because Porsche, every time it develops the car, it's not like a redevelopment. No, it's going forward from the great place they came and making it even better. And they just keep engineering it.
Yeah.
That's why this is a great car.
Conclusion, we love it.
Thanks for watching Dutch Car Guys, and we will hope to keep you entertained in the future as well. I'm still a bit speechless.
Yeah, me too.
This car.
I never drove a Porsche in my life.
No, me neither. And it was amazing.
The first thing I said when I got in the car was,
It was
I
amazing.
never drove this car, but this car drives me.
Yep.
And it drives me nuts.
Yep.
Thanks for watching this episode. See you in the next one. Bye.
If you want to see more of our content, please leave a like and subscribe to the Dutch Car Guys.